Hey everybody, my name is Thomas Fields, here to unbox a grind machine with you guys. Basically walk you guys through the steps of how to assemble the grind machines. Step one is take this upper box, push it to the side. Then if you have like a box cutter or anything like that, pull that out. You want to cut the top, cut the sides, put that away. And then you get to opening it, right? So it comes with this piece of motivation on the top, put that to the side. Comes with the bag, and this comes with your stickers, your bag that allows it to be portable and weatherproof. So I'll put that to the side. And yeah, you just start the process of removing all the packaging that we ship with your grind machine. And at this point, you got everything clear. Now you can take the grind machine out. I recommend using two people. Somebody get the front, somebody get the back. It is possible with one person. I'm used to it. So I'll grab the actual base of the machine and this gold truss back here and basically bend my legs. This piece here is the rail. So you can remove this part, more packaging. So this rail, I'll just place it here. That's an important piece. The other pieces are in this bag. So you want to grab your box cutter, your knife, scissors, and cut these pieces of tape. Put that to the side. And out comes this awesome bag of goodies. And from here, you have your wheels, you have an extension cord, and then you have your hardware, which is basically all the nuts and the bolts that you'll need to do the assembly. First, I love to start on assembling the wheels, honestly, because it's the easiest. You separate your black screws into threes, and there's only two sets. But before you actually tighten these screws for the wheels, you want to open this Loctite. This is a very important step. And the way you open it is you can take your scissors or your knife and basically chop the top off of this thing. Real small hole should appear. And what you really want to do is just put like one really small drop on your screw. And then you want to hand tighten it. I always like starting in the middle. But it's really important that you put that Loctite so your screws don't ever come out. All right, so now that you've hand tightened your screws, you want to take your Allen wrench and really tighten these things. So making sure they don't come out. And you want to basically repeat this process on the other side. All right, as you're assembling the machine, you just want to make sure that you line up this rail support onto this back lock and make sure it locks in properly. Once you align the rail, you want to make sure that the screw and the bushing are on the inside of the machine. And yeah, make sure your rail's on the inside of the machine as well. You want to put that in, find the hole. Then you want to grab your Loctite and put a dab of Loctite, a drop. You want to put a drop of Loctite on this screw part. So one drop is fine. There you go. You grab your other part, your screw, find the groove, and make it nice and snug. You don't have to go too tight, but just make sure it's snug where it stops you. You don't have to force it. And your rails are good to go. Before you move on to the next step, you want to make sure that you cut this last kind of piece of safety That way your arm can flow freely and pass you the ball perfectly. You want to open your upper box. So same process, you just want to cut open the box on all of these sides. Open up your box and it should look like this. Nice and neat, packaged nicely. You remove your first piece of packaging, your second piece, and this is your the upper part of your machine. You grab the upper, and this is the back, right? So once you see all these gold pieces, it's flat. This is the back of the upper, and this is the front of the upper. It has the net, right? So you want to grab this pin right here, and just basically one person can do it. You just want to pick it up by the arms, by the black arms, and you want to place it directly on top of this hinge. I like to grab this handle right here. It gives me good control over the machine. I can balance it on the hinge. Grab your pin and put it through this front part of the hinge. You might have to wiggle the upper around a little bit, forward and backwards. But once you have that in, you grab your cotter pin and you want to put it right through that hole one time, and now your upper is assembled. The last thing you want to do to make sure that your upper is fully locked in is basically unhinge this lock just a little bit, right? So you can control it by the red. And this lock goes over this right here. You want to put it over and press it down. You should hear a click. And it also has a safety clip right here just to make sure that it never falls. Find these bungee cords with these carabiners, and you'll also, right directly underneath that, you'll find the corresponding hose for it. So you want to stretch that down and clip it in on both sides.